Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's post-match press conference. We have head coach Pascal Jansen. If you have any questions in the room, please raise your hand. We'll get started with Alec, followed by Andrew.
Hey, is it okay if I ask two?
Sure.
It's really busy, so.
Congratulations on the win, Pascal. Very good, very good game.
Thank you.
First question, just general question. Wanted to get your sort of impressions on the game, how you felt the game went. Obviously, very strange with the delay in the middle. So, you know.
Yeah, the delay. That's something I have to get used to also coming from Europe, but safety first, so that's clear. My view on the game, the first 10, 15 minutes were my biggest surprise of the day. I just told my boys again in the dressing room, that is something that we have to get out of our DNA, out of our system. We've had too many matches that start this way, and we have to play catch up. Quality is there. So that shouldn't be the problem, but I can't put my finger on that part just yet. So, but we fought back into the game. It's a huge moment to get back into the game just before the first break. Good goal. We were playing better in that phase of the game. Then obviously the break took over an hour or so, and you could already see the change in behavior when we came out for the next 7 minutes. But the MLS is the MLS, and you also give away a big opportunity with that corner kick. Even when we were in the counter-attack, we got the counter-attack back at us again. So we had a little chat about that moment as well in the regular break. And I think the second half, apart from maybe one or two moments, you could see that we were determined to get back into this game and win it at the end.
And just to follow up, a little bit more specific of a question. Obviously, the best scenario for you is to have both Maxi and Nico on the field at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that Nico playing on the right side is sort of the long-term option for him? I know obviously he wants to play in the middle just based on his positioning and general tendencies, but I wanted to know if that was your sort of long-term plan.
Well, it's not, how can I put this? It's not about Nico only as an individual. Nico came here because he believes in our project, and we believe in Nico. At this moment in time, he can help us in this position, but we also know he can help us in the middle. So he has a little different profile playing on the right side also. So you see the rest of the team is trying to adjust themselves to that as well. And we will play Nico where we think it's best for the team until we do otherwise.
Andrew, followed by JJ.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lee with Hudson River Blue. This was the third straight game that Agustino Haydas had a goal contribution. You gave him 3 starts in Leagues Cup in a row, but then today had him coming off the bench. What have you seen with him? I know you discussed in the past looking for more output from him despite kind of playing in every game this year. During this stretch, like, is it just confidence, or what has sort of changed in his game that's allowed him to get more of these assists and goals?
Well, I would say Agu is getting more mature every day in his way of playing, understanding the game like we want to play it together. Even in a nutshell, with this substitution moment today, we asked from him to go at this defender once he gets his face towards him. And the first moment he gets the opportunity, he delays and he goes back to the middle, which is also a choice he can make. But if you look at that moment specifically, there's a lot of space behind the defender going into the box. So that moment is specific, but also the moment going forward to the goal is exactly the opposite, because he had the same angle and he goes at the defender and tries to get by him and gets the final cross inside with Alonso finishing the goal. So that is the balance he needs to find, but he has this skill, he has this quality, and I think that is something that he is not quite convinced of just yet, but he's getting there.
JJ?
JJ Pavlik, Bad Dog Sports. Can you just talk about Alonso Martinez, especially after the Gold Cup, his performances, and how the team adjusted to the pitch conditions after the delay?
Well, we never have excuses. So whatever type of pitch we need to play on, we play. And you could see my guys, they went at it also after the break. I could see a lot of water on the pitch still because it's not a football pitch. But nobody was complaining. Everybody went like they usually do. Alonso specifically, yeah, he's an important piece for our team. Big player in Costa Rica. Great development last season going into this season. High expectations. a little different profile that we asked from him as the number 9 in the way we want to play. And he felt that again today because the way we want him to play is a little different than he plays with Costa Rica. So he has to put in more effort and more energy and still get the goals. And I think today, especially the second half, is a good example of that.
Daniel?
Historically, Jansen, you're known for wanting to press, and I noticed that in the first half you had Maxi kind of. Usually he presses for the team, but it's not as effective. But in the second half, you seem to switch move Pereira up, and move Maxi further back. I wanted to know if that was intentional and if that's something we expect to see more throughout the game.
It was intentional. Yeah, it was. Good eyes. No, our pressing strategy for this game was slightly different. The first half, it was a little off because the positioning of our 2 midfield players who were closer, two were closer to Alonso today instead of 1 in the high press. And the positioning of Maxi in the first half was a little off. So if you look at a few moments when they played on their left side and they went over or through our press, they got the guy on the ball behind one of those midfield players. So the positioning was a little off. So we changed that throughout the first half, and in the second half we got everything spot on, and you could see that the high press moments gave us the energy to go forward again.
Anyone else? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.